When I picked up the Pokemon I left in the daycare, it had learned different moves than it all knew when I left it there. Pokemon can only learn 4 moves, so you have to be careful.
So we have 2 Pokemon that are in the daycare, and we could also change our team if we wanted to.
Okay. Well, I kind of want to get our Grass Boy back because he's going to be good in the next gym. Let's see. Amanitas.
As in, I'm gonna need my Pokemon back.
Amanita sounds like, I don't know, I don't know what it sounds like.
Take it down to... So, who do we want to switch out?
Well, Waifu.
Okay.
He's going out. And
what did Waifu have equipped, by the way?
And we can take that then.
Okay.
And then we want you too, but who are we gonna lose? Who's gonna be not good next one? I guess Percy?
Yeah, Percy's not gonna be particularly good for... I mean...
Wait, who's in the daycare, though?
We have a Cottony, and we have a Yamask.
Or do you want to put Waifu in the daycare?
We could do that.
Because Trubbish is supposedly, like, pretty good.
He's like a super tank.
So, we should probably do that.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to put Pokemon back to...
Yeah, well...
I forgot we have the Eviolite. If you want, you could take the Cottony out now, just so that we have another grass.
Well... yeah, I mean... 5 levels is pretty good. I mean...
Or we could do the Yamask just because
no, it's up to you.
Cool,
well, which do you think would be better for us to have at a higher level later? Like a backup. I think Yamask, actually, because Cottony's kind of not great for this kind of run.
Plus, I'm thinking about the Elite Four, and having a really good Ghost type might be really good.
Mm-hmm. No. And so we're going to drop in... Well, we got to move you in here first. Playing the shuffle. So this next week or so, there's actually like a handful of games coming out that I like actually want, which is kind of nice.
And what games are those?
Oh yeah, I did items. So I did move items instead. So I was talking to you earlier about there's a game that looks like kind of interesting that I kind of want, but I'm probably not gonna buy because it's like it's a full $60 game. But it's did I just take the wrong person out? I did. I thought Mascot was Cottony, but it's Mask.
What?
With Mascot and Cottony, so I thought.
Oh, like Whimsicott.
Yeah.
if you put them together, yeah, Mask and Whimsicott.
Mm-hmm. No, Allegra. Oh, that's what we named it, Allegra. That's fine. Yep. So there's this game called like Zanki Zero. That seemed pretty interesting. It's made by the people who made Danganronpa, and that's pretty much why I want to get it. But I'll probably wait till it goes on sale. But then at the same time, it's like a Japanese JRPG, so it might not go on sale. We'll see.
Is it on Steam?
It's going to be on Steam and on PS4. I was thinking of just getting on PS4 so I could have a physical.
Because Steam stuff goes on sale all the time, but yeah, then you don't have a physical copy.
It also depends on the game, because like sometimes you get games that are still on Steam, but their developer is like kind of stingy. Like a lot of the those Japanese games.
Take out your waifu.
A lot of those games don't go on sale. Like, what is it? I don't know if it's gone on sale, but I know there's like some visual novel that apparently is good, but it looks like it's like a game from like the late 1990s called Clanad, and it's still $50, and it's been $50 for like multiple years. And I'm pretty sure there's someone out there who's like, oh my god, that game's like a classic visual novel, but like I don't play visual novels.
I haven't played a lot of visual novels now.
No. I don't actually really like visual novels, because I'm not trying to say they're bad, but there's nothing to do.
The most backlash Oscar and I ever got for any video was at one point we said such and such a character doesn't count because they're from a visual novel. Now, I wrote that because I didn't realize that visual novel is what they call those kinds of games. When I saw the thing that said, "Oh, this game is a visual novel," I thought it was like graphic novel.
What kind of game?
Like, it was like Tsukahime or something like that. It was a.
To be fair, I would actually agree with you on not allowing, because like, I don't know.
that wasn't even what I was saying. When I saw the word graphic novel, when I saw the word visual novel, I thought it literally meant a book.
Oh,
like a book with pictures.
Gotcha.
Like Watchmen.
Mm-hmm. Understood. My issue with visual novels is like they're in that like area where I don't really know if I consider them like games, and I know someone's gonna get upset about this.
Well,
but
video games is kind of an outdated term for the medium anyway. But yeah,
because like it's not really.
You got to go down actually.
It's not. So there's probably ones that are different but for the most part. To my understanding of what I've seen, most visual novels, like, you pretty much just click an advanced text. It's not even like adventure games where you move around and you solve
Phoenix
mysteries.
Wright, where you need to like answer questions.
I feel like that's different, and I'd consider that, actually, I wouldn't call that a visual novel, I'd call that an adventure game. So like Danganronpa and like Phoenix Wright and stuff like that, and like all the Telltale games, they're not visual novels, they're all adventure games. Yeah. Where am I headed?
Well, especially, I guess, for Phoenix left.
Okay, more left.
Yeah. We have a chance to pick up another Pokemon, actually,
really?
before we even... we could have picked them up before, actually. We had to go back to the underground the ruins.
Okay.
Because we can
fossil. What were you saying?
But yeah, it was a character who... Okay, so the character in question, I think her name is like Acrued or something like that, and she's a vampire girl, and we knew her from the fighting game Melty Blood. But it turns out that all the characters in Melty Blood originally, the first thing they were created for a visual novel called Tsukahime. So they went from this visual novel to a fighting game.
Every time I hear Melty Blood, I think of this game that I've seen on Steam called Melty's Quest, which is very different and not something any of you want to look up or play.
Huh.
It's like one of those Steam hentai games.
So we have a rule that, like, the character has to originate from a video game. And I didn't even know what Tsukahime was. I was like, oh, these are based off like characters from something called Tsukahime. I looked it up, it said, oh, this is a visual novel. So I was like, oh, okay, so it's not a game. Because I thought they literally came from, like, a manga or something.
So here's how I would feel about it. If a character was from a visual novel but was used in another game, I would allow that. But if they were just in a visual novel, I wouldn't use it.
I definitely feel like we should have used the character now. But... So the big problem was we unintentionally, like, took a side on this, like, visual novel war.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying... Like, when I say I don't consider them games, I don't, like, mean that to slight them in any way. I just feel like...
It doesn't mean, like, it's a waste of time if you enjoy visual novels.
Yeah, and I feel like they're, like, not games in the same way the Happy Home Designer's not a game. But, like... And that, like, there's no win clause. You can't win or lose. I feel like, in my opinion, that's something that has to be, like... There has to be either, like, a way to lose...
Or a
just,
goal.
Like, yeah, there has to...
Ultimate...
I mean, you could argue that the goal is, like... getting to the end.
But then, like, for the sake of argument, like, if you're reading a book, like an actual, like, tome, like if you're reading, like...
A tome?
Left. Down and left.
Okay.
If you're reading, like, David Copperfield, your goal is to get to the last page and finish the story, so is that a game?
No. I feel like...
I actually would consider visual novels in the same medium. Like, they're not games, but since we call
they're
all of
close.
these... Since we call all of these video games and not interactive experiences, I'll call them a video game.
Which is why I would allow, if they were like in a fighting game, I would allow them to be, like, I mean, I don't make count them, so I guess it's pointless in me even talking about it. But I would allow that in that case because it's in a game and it wasn't from, like, a movie or a book or something that, it's, like, in something that's close enough to the game that I'd give it the pass. But, like, if it was just like, oh, yeah, from this one visual novel, I'd be like, that's like, a stretch. Also, like, I don't know. Because I feel like part of it is I'm still in the mindset that, like, yeah, well, anyone could, like, make a visual novel. But I mean, like, I don't know.
I mean, you need to
there's a lot
That's
of...
like anybody could write a book.
But anyone can make a game nowadays.
Yeah.
There's so many,
You can
like...
make a really crappy game, but you can do it.
Yeah, you could be like Digital Homicide. But, that's a whole other issue. But, yeah, like, it's interesting, because, like...
So one of these people in here is going to have a fossil.
The rest of them are going to get their brains beaten in.
I think we already fought most of these guys.
I don't know. No, I don't think we fought any of them. We just sort of came in and left.
Oh, no, we totally did. They had psychic types.
Really? He looks like he'll have a fossil. He's like Professor.
No, I think it's like a backpack person.
Oh. Well, we're pretty higher level, so we should be fine.
I also just, like, haven't played enough visual novels to really have an opinion on them or, like, which ones are good or anything.
It's basically just like books. They're just books but visual. Like, in my opinion, that's what they are. Like, most of them don't have branching choices. Some of them do.
To the Moon is pretty much just a visual novel where you have to move sometimes.
See, that difference would, I feel, would throw it into the... Just the choice would throw it into more of an adventure game.
I mean, it's not like there's like a choice. It's not like you have any
It's definitely
bearing on
in
the
between.
plot.
Yeah, it's like
You just have to move and talk to the right person to get the next thing to go. But I love To the Moon. That's a great story. Or I don't know, like the Stanley Parable.
That's a game. That's a game because there's so much element of choice, and I feel like
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that game is like uses the interactive medium too much to not be considered a game.
Like, I mean, that's the thing. For this, like, art form, should we be calling it...
Oh. Ooh, no. Fuck. Oh, I took it.
Well, I'm gonna say that was random enough because you just kept hitting the button.
Oh, I guess that works. We can just choose a random one.
Yeah, we could... I was gonna say let's roll a die anyway, so this was an arbitrary choice.
So what are the two? There's a bird and a shell and a fish, right?
Turtle.
Turtle. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. No,
So,
fish.
we got the turtle.
Okay. All right.
Now, you actually have to backtrack again to take it to the museum where they can turn into a fossil.
Oh my god. And then we'll put this in the daycare, I guess. It's like really hard to see where the patches of sand are.
It's me.
But yeah. Games are becoming less magical, I feel like, the older I get. I think that's also part of the fact... I think it's also partly because the industry is kind of becoming awful. But... like
It's more awful than it was when we were younger. I think there was always some awfulness.
I feel like, especially with big developers now, it's pretty much all just the, like, instead of, like, let's make something that's pretty awesome and make some money off of it, it's let's make as much money as we possibly can and everything else be damned.
Well, it's like, I mean, I've always really loved Nintendo, and I think, you know, out of the big guys, they're usually not too corrupt for a big corporation.
They're not bad, no.
But
not.
like, back in the 90s, like around the time of the N64, like they were evil overlords. They screwed over Sony on a deal, and that's why we have the PlayStation.
Guess that's a good thing.
And they screwed over Philips, and that's why we have a CDI.
Well, didn't Philips do most of the stuff with the CDI? I don't think they got screwed over. I think it was more so like Philips was doing. They gave away their licensing for some games, and that's why they like were super protective for a while.
I think it's that Nintendo and Sony were gonna make a console together, but Nintendo reneged on it, and then we're gonna make a console with Philips, but then reneged on that one. But by the time they reneged on it, Philips had already secured the rights to make like four games with Nintendo
and they're
characters.
really bad.
Yep. Hotel Mario.
And 3 Zeldas.
Yeah.
And then Nintendo was super protective of its IP for until like the last couple of years.
Yeah. The history of Nintendo with their IPs is really interesting to me. There's the whole thing with like they've cut down a lot of fan games in their prime. Another Metroid Prime 2 or another Metroid 2 remake got a cease and desist, but it's kind of interesting because it got the cease and desist like the day after it was actually out, and this fan game was in development for like 10 years and like publicly talked about. So you kind of have to wonder if Nintendo just chose to wait so that they could actually like make the game. Because like they weren't.
That's a good thing then.
Yeah.
Because then it's like available.
Yeah, but there's a concept in copyright law where if you abdicate, like, if there's something that's breaching your copyright and you don't act on it, and they can prove that you know about it, you're technically abdicating your ownership of that copyright. So, like, if Nintendo wants to keep its stuff, they actually have to act on everything that they find out about.
Oh, so that's, like, not even their fault then in that case.
Right.
I mean, I bet you part of it is they definitely don't want that stuff, too, but...
Well, and then, as it turned out, Nintendo was making its own remake of Metroid, too, so...
That would directly compete. Yeah, that makes
But
sense.
the other side of it is a company can just pretend it doesn't know about the fan game.
Where's this museum, by the way?
It's that one right above you.
Cool. Yeah.
So I think one of these people should...
Someone next to a machine.
Yeah.
Not there. There's no machine. Maybe this guy. Nope.
Oh, something meteorite.
Is it Bones guy? Nope. Nope.
Oh, yep.
Well, that was quick.
We gotta put someone back.
And then you just never picked it up.
The newer games would make it so that you, like... So that, like, it sends it straight to your PC.
Mm-hmm.
Would be like... There is a part in this game where you get a new Pokemon, and it's like, do you want to add this Pokemon to your party now? Choose someone to send to the PC.
Surprised they didn't do that with, like, all of it, then.
Yeah, it's one specific event.
Actually, is there anyone here who won't be good at the next gym battle?
It's ground type, so, Lil Buddha won't be very good.
Do we want to switch him out?
For
this Tortuga, who's gonna be...
Well, ground is also good against rock, because he's water rock.
Well, we're gonna move him out for the time being.
Yeah, okay.
So I guess we're not gonna use Tortuga. He can be a backup water type.
Yeah.
Okay. Copyright law is weird. I don't really know how I feel about it. Like, part of me says yes, it's a good thing. Part of me is like, copyright is kind of messed up.
Well, and that's why everything's... Whoa.
Oh, we gotta name him something.
I don't know. All I can think of is copyright law right now.
All I can think of is... Excuse me.
How are you dying?
No. Actually, if someone's coughing, that means they can breathe. Because if someone's choking, they won't be breathing. I've got a name. Oh god, I'm acting just like him right now.
Oh, absolutely. Jerry! You have to use me against the fire types!
Oh god.
What level is he?
Probably 20.
Can we take a look at his stats?
Well, as soon as we get to the thing. Oh man. Whew. He is 25.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
that's
he's got Aqua Jet.
Yeah, that's good. And he's modest. So, well, I don't know if he's a physical attacker or not, but modest means he has more special attack, which is actually really good. Like,
Um,
looks like I'm gonna drop him in here and take a look.
he's gonna be really good in the next gym. Not against the ground type leader, but against the flying type leader.
Special bag. I guess that's not the worst. Actually, I feel like we should put him in the daycare. What do
Okay.
you think? Or no?
Or we could just keep him around with the experience share.
But I mean, like, who would we move out?
Lil Buddha.
Okay. We won't have a fire type at all.
Yeah, but I don't think we need one right now.
How are we gonna go with grass types?
Leggy.
Okay. You sure?
I'm never sure about anything, but...
Okay. We'll do it for now.
Unless you want to take out Absinthe, maybe?
I was thinking that.
Yeah, let's take out Absinthe for now, because Absinthe is fully evolved.
And we haven't really been doing that much with...
Okay, just who has... Yeah, take the experience share off. We haven't been using Absinthe because everybody knows Pursuit.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I was so happy in the Darkest Dungeon Let's Play.
Yeah.
I found Absinthe. There's a trinket that's Absinthe.
Yeah.
And people in the comments were like, "Oh, look, it's your Musharna." I was like, "Oh, yay."
That's funny.
People who watch more than one video of mine.
And other people are like, what? What are you talking about? Well, you see, you're gonna have to go watch this string of 18 videos.
Yeah, cross promotion.
That's why I've always thought of, like, you should do, like, a giveaway for a game where, like, you have to answer a question, but to answer it, it's, like, hidden somewhere in one of your Let's Plays, so you have to watch the whole Let's Play to find where it is.
I've been thinking about doing something with, like, passwords.
Yeah.
Where, like, every episode I have a password.
And it'll be like, well, in Silent Hill, at some point, we talked about this, and it has to do with this.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Or like something about that.
The comic quiz.
Yeah, and you have to go back and find what episode it's in. And that's a good way too, because then like they have to listen. I know that people out there are probably being like, "No, don't do this. This is awful."
I don't know what I can give away that's worth that much.
Yeah, you give away like a $15 game or something. Trust me, people would. I don't know.
I mean, some people would just want to win, I guess.
But I'm just saying, like, that would be a fun way to give away something to either people who are dedicated.
Yeah.
Because you'd have people who would know who are dedicated and then they deserve to win it.
Yeah.
And then you'd have people who would also want to, it would give them a reason to go back and look at stuff and be more exposed.
I wouldn't do it with, like, things from past videos, but I would say that there was something coming up and that there were going to start being passwords in upcoming videos or question, or I would ask it on, like, more recent stuff rather than making people dig through old stuff.
Yeah, it is kind of mean.
I know Game Theory did something where he, like, made his own internet theory and it was a contest.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he had his own conspiracy people needed to solve.
I stopped watching him after a while because I was just like...
I don't like all the hate that he gets, but yeah, I haven't been as interested to watch him.
I think he gets a little bit... I think he gets a little bit more hate than he deserves. I do think that he does have some issues. And issues that he, like, doesn't budge on. But, like, I don't think he deserves, like, as much hate as he actually gets.
You can go up now if you want to go, like, ahead.
Oh, yeah. That was only over to the Desert Ruins.
Yep.
There
are some things he
never
does
admits when he's wrong. I mean, he seldom admits when he's wrong, even when he is. That's the big issue I have.
See, I don't really follow him as a person that much. It just kind of...
No, I mean, like, in the theories. He'll be wrong about something, which is fine.
Yeah.
But, like, it would be nice if he, like, amended it in, like, the comment, or, like, responded to comments and said, hey, yeah, I actually was, like... good call, but he like never really does.
I mean, that is true, but also on the other hand, like most of his theories, I don't think he even takes that. Like the point is to make you think about stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That is another thing.
Jerry, stomp. You've got a bolt badge. I've got a bolt badge.
Mine's better than yours.
I'll show you mine if you show me yours. Let's test who's stronger, you or me. This time, I'm going to win.
I'll show you mine. Show me yours first.
I didn't know this was coming. I wasn't ready for it.
Neither did I, but we're gonna do it.
We fought him, like, after... I guess every time we beat a gym...
Let's get beat.
We end up...
not get beat. Beat him up.
Yeah. Go, big cunt.
Okay, so... Dark, we're pretty good. This is like a okay matchup.
Yeah.
Poison. Wait. Something tells me.
Fake out? I'm guessing fake out.
Yeah, yep. I knew it. It's like no damage, but screw you. Don't Torment. That's annoying. Get him.
Some people are telling me Liepard is really good in the end game.
I'm surprised you chose that move.
I didn't think you'd use a move with stab.
Oh, I'm gonna do it again.
Chum, 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 chum.
Yeah, you have oh, wow. Oh, I forgot Bug. Bug's good against dark.
Oh, yeah.
I was just thinking, oh, poison him.
Because, like, bugs can see in the dark, I guess.
Something like that. Okay, now we gotta switch. Alright, so we don't have anything that's really super effective against you.
Do you want to try...
Scree could...
Bentley...
Scree is just neutral.
Yeah, Scree is neutral.
Bentley, I don't think is...
Ancient Power is super effective, but it's also a bad move.
It's not that bad. It doesn't really see competitive use, does it?
Well, later he's gonna have,
Also, Bentley doesn't have as much of an air as a...
Yeah.
An air cutter is why, too, because if it crits Bentley and... Yeah.
Cheren has his, fire type starter. Oh, but it's also part fighting type, so now we can't use it against that either. Okay, yeah, just kill this bird.
I was thinking of doing Aqua Ring, but... No, we can just do this. Crit won't kill me. That actually does very little damage.
I really like Scree.
Yeah.
In Nuzlocke, it's all about the tanks.
They are pretty useful. Oh, we gotta switch, though.
Okay, so he's gonna have this, and his last Pokemon's gonna be, Pig Knight, who's firefighting.
Which we're gonna figure out who we're switching in on that one, then.
Probably back to Scree.
Oh, yeah, but fighting is good in... No, it's not. This is like the 20th time I've gotten this wrong.
I'm picturing you, like, in the middle of the desert, like, punching the ground. It's super effective!
Yeah, I don't know why. In theory, punching rock, it shouldn't be, because you can't really, like...
Well, the idea of it is...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the kinds of blocks.
But then it should be good against grass, right? Because you cut wood.
I think so, too, actually. That makes sense to me.
Balance issues would probably mean...
Yeah.
Or we could Steve Irwin it up. No. Yes.
No, because he's part fighting.
I'm like, no, ground. No!
No ground, no dark.
Oh my god, I can't get that out of my head for some reason. That's gonna hurt me when Sword and Shield comes out and I get back into competitive again.
Well, what gets me with this sometimes is that there's slight changes in weaknesses and resistances. Like, in this game, Steel resists Dark and Ghost, but starting in Gen 6 it won't anymore.
I'm fine with that. It doesn't make any sense why Steel would resist Ghost.
Yeah. But it's just like having to remember that.
Mm-hmm. Also, why is fighting good against Steel?
Because steel blocks. You break steel blocks.
I don't know if I've ever heard of that.
If you're like a real master martial artist, yeah. There are 3 kinds of blocks.
That is the least likely thing of you to break.
In the world, there are only 3 kinds of blocks. They're made of stone, metal, and ice.
But what
and
about...
also normal blocks.
But what about Netherrack?
There's no Netherrack type. Oh, you two are friends.
Why are you still here?
That's nice. How you're helping each other get better by competing.
How you just murdered all your friends' Pokemon?
Okay, let's go.
Oh.
Pokemon, let's go. No, she's here to lower the bridge for us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Why, if it isn't Elesa?
I couldn't help, but, yeah.
Aren't festivals grand? Life sure should be enjoyed.
By the way, did I let you guys know I'm definitely a Fire-type trainer? I've got to be a Fire-type trainer.
Actually, he's not.
What?
He is not a Fire-type trainer.
His hair.
Yeah, no.
But his hair.
Who is this man? I don't know if he even has a Fire-type. This is Alder, the Unova region's champion.
Oh, is he another dragon user?
Nope.
What does he use?
Everything.
Oh.
Champion? Why would the champion be goofing off in a place like this?
Wow, what a dick. Just boom.
I heard that remark. You're quite a judgmental young person. Are you not? My name is Alder. I'm the Unova Pokemon League's champion. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
I like hearing him with like a Western style accent, very slight.
For your information, I'm not goofing off. I'm on a voyage.
Voyage.
I know every corner of Unova.
I'm Cheren from Nuvema Town. My goal as a trainer is to become the champion.
Traveling with a goal in mind is a commendable thing.
But good luck with that one, Squirt.
And what do you plan to do after becoming the champion?
Whatever is there other than striving to be completely strong, to become stronger. The strongest trainer. That's the champion.
Becoming stronger. Becoming stronger, you say. Is that alone enough of a goal? It's not that I'm trying to say your way of thinking is wrong. In my travels, I've helped many people learn to love Pokemon. I think that's important, too. If you play with those children, you might gain more of an understanding. Will you two have a Pokemon battle with those two? Hey, you two, come here for a moment.
These random electrical workers?
No, they're kids.
Oh. Why do they have hard hats?
No, they're like sun hats.
Oh. Oh, well, thanks. We didn't need that because you should have used that on yourself. Like, you didn't do anything to me.
He probably did on himself.
Oh, they're literally preschoolers.
Yeah. No, we're supposed to play against these kids.
Sarah and Billy. I'm surprised it's not like Billy and Mandy. The games do that. They like reference stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
So I
don't know if Billy and Mandy would have been on their radar. I never really watched that show.
Let me see. 1 second.
What are you doing?
I'm looking up a name so I can tell the story. Okay, that was what I thought it was. So I was playing Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, right?
Yeah.
And my my roommate was in like the room watching TV show because he really liked Malcolm in the Middle.
Okay.
I'm like, I never really watched that as a kid, but
I
also
know
these
there
things
are
are
people who
really
swear by that show. Yeah.
these things are actually kind of scary, so I'm gonna protect. He would watch that all the time, and I was grinding, and I was trying to get a Destiny Knot. And to get Destiny Knot, you basically have to wait for you have to like. It's a chance drop from this one.
Oh, they're gonna
couple.
They're gonna work up and get stronger. We can't stall.
Okay, the one worked up, so we gotta focus it down.
The one on the right.
But basically, I was grinding this Destiny Knot, and he was watching me off in the middle, and then I realized the two trainers I was fighting were trainer Lois and Hal, young couple Lois and Hal.
Is that the name of the
couple from Malcolm in the Middle?
Huh.
The parents. Okay, what are we gonna do about this? This is actually kind of concerning.
Well, for one thing, we're gonna hope that they target Cheren's Pokemon.
I don't actually know what to do because I don't. Do we switch out or?
Bentley will at least resist them.
I'm gonna switch out, and then that. Yeah, I'm gonna switch. I don't want to lose. I'd rather lose this thing we just got.
Yeah.
And it's more tanky too. I'm like super actually worried right now. Thank you. That's fine.
Take the recoil. Take the recoil.
Oh, not nearly as much as I thought it'd be. Oh my god. Okay, this is manageable. This is doable. I mean, we're probably not going to do that much damage, but... What's Wide Guard?
It protects the other Pokemon on your team.
Which we don't care about.
Yeah, we don't care about.
Do we want to do
Pokemon.
Ancient Power or Crunch? Which has higher damage? I think Ancient Power will, right?
Ancient Power buffs your stats, but it doesn't have very high damage.
It's 60, right?
Is it?
Thought so.
I
don't remember the button to check.
You have to go back to, like, Pokemon and then...
Well, there's a way to check while you're in attack. But we can do it this way.
Okay,
60.
that is 60.
80, so Crunch is... this is more powerful. Ancient Power is more powerful.
What?
Ancient Power is more powerful.
Oh, because of stab.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
Um...
It's like, Pad,
I'm taking out the one
60
on
is
the
a
right.
lower number than 80.
The one on the right has,
Oh, I was
more
afraid for a
workout.
second they were using Seed Bomb.
No, that would have been weird. Although realistically, we probably could have taken out the one on the left, but... Yes! Thank you! Please. This is great. That's not.
Oh, Cheren with your sacrificial monkeys.
Oh my god. I actually don't know. Well... I'm actually gonna, so I think I'm actually gonna Aqua Jet the one
Yeah,
on the
Aqua
left.
Jet get priority.
We might lose Bentley. I don't know if it can take a third hit. Yeah, it can. But I don't know about from the other Herdier because...
The other Herdier is more buffed, yeah.
That works.
Oh, okay. So now we're gonna Aqua Jet the other guy. Okay.
And we got 3 hit points to help us survive more.
Cheren, that was actually a good move.
Yeah. Well, they know how to quick attack. Okay, well, we got this.
Yes.
Oh, it killed itself. That's even better. That's destructive. Can you imagine if we kept Whirlipede in there?
Yeah.
Leggy would have died. We would have had multiple casualties.
We'd have broken leggies. Beat Preschooler Sarah and Preschooler Billy.
That was the right choice.
Well played.
But they basically acted like suicide bombers.
Yeah, kinda. But now, Alder's gonna explain how this was like a lesson. Nicely done.
Wait, does that mean if we lost Pokemon, it wouldn't have counted?
You didn't win, but that was a good battle. Your Pokemon looked like they were having fun.
Dying.
I'm glad their last memories were positive ones. Young man, if there are people like you who pursue strength, there are also people who are happy just being with Pokemon. There are many different people and many different answers. When it comes to what a champion should be, you and I may hold differing views, but so be it. Give it some thought. Let's roll. The Driftvale Drawbridge is just ahead. That's hard for me to say for some reason.
Driftrail Drawbridge.
The Driftvale Drawbridge.
Driftrail Drawbridge. Driftrail Drawbridge. Driftrail Drawbridge.
The champion is the strongest
I
trainer of
completely
all.
skipped the phrase,
I'm
sorry.
going to leave now.
Mine's just spinning behind him.
I thought that clown was like coming up to say something. Like I thought that clown had something to say in the cutscene.
I think we should heal up a little bit first. And then do you want to take the reins from here on out? I had a bunch of pretty decent battles.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Those are two, kind of.
Actually,
That last one was
interesting
a
battle.
clincher. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How about we wrap it up here and I'll take over.
Yeah.
For next episode.
Mhm.
Not the most productive, but we changed the team up. We got a new Pokemon.
Hey,
That
we made
Pokemon didn't
progress,
die.
so-
Yep, progress was made. I'm Comic.
I'm bad.
We'll see you next time. We'll probably catch a Ducklet.
Yeah. Wait.